Hey guys, today we're going to install the Hammerhead front bumper on this 2017 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, since our truck is equipped with sensors, we're going to have to remove this wire harness, and to do that, we're going to remove these 6 15mm bolts on each side of the bumper, and then we can pull out that wiring harness. If you don't have sensors on the front of your truck, you can skip this step. All right, looks like we have to take out these 2 15mm bolts as well. And then just go ahead and pop out the wire harness from this metal bracket. Undo your fog light. Got another little Christmas tree clip right here. That'll come out. Do that on both sides of the bumper. So this truck's got 4 sensors altogether. I'm just going to unclip those, pull those out. And then undo these little Christmas tree. And this whole harness should just come right out. Okay, now we're going to remove the sensors. There should be 4 in your bumper. You want to make sure that when you pull them out, you keep them in the same orientation that they were in, because that's the orientation that you're going to want to install them on your new bumper. So you're going to take a little tiny screwdriver, and you can kind of bend the tabs of this plastic, and then you should just be able to pull the sensor out. Just make sure you're being gentle with all this stuff. You don't want to break any of these sensors. And then eventually it should just pop right out. You want to do that with all 4 sensors. And then your 2 outermost retaining clips for those sensors, you're going to want to pull those out because you're going to use those on the new bumper as well. And those there should be 4 plastic tabs on each corner, and you should just be able to push those in and then push it through to the other side. And that should just come out like that. All right, when you're reinstalling these sensors, just make sure they're oriented in the correct direction. All right, so now we're ready to plug our wiring harness back in. So you're just gonna feed it through the hole there in the bumper, like that. Same thing on the other side. Plug all your sensors back in. All right, so now what you're gonna wanna do is grab your passenger and your driver's side frame brackets. You can distinguish between the two with this little L tab on the front. You want the L to be kind of backwards, facing towards the wheel. And you're gonna install those with the factory hardware. And just leave those a little bit loose for right now. Do that on the passenger and driver's side. So next we're going to take our weld nut tab with the nut on the top, and you're going to put it right through that little hole in the bracket and run a provided bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer through the bottom of the bracket and thread it into that weld nut tab. And you're just gonna leave that loose and do that same thing on the driver's side. All right guys, you're ready to put the bumper on. So you're gonna have 2 of these nut plates, which are gonna go on the inside of the bumper here. So your bolt is gonna go through the bracket, into the bumper, and into the nut plate. Now this bumper is pretty heavy, so just make sure that you have a couple guys with you. Just be safe and don't hurt yourselves. All right, so now that we have the bumper up there, we can go ahead and tighten all these bolts now. So as you're tightening up all this hardware, just go up and make sure that the bumper is aligned evenly. So the last thing we're gonna do is plug our sensors back in. Make sure you push that red tab in. All right guys, that completes the installation. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit us online.